What up? Fantasy Football Hustler back at you, and we are bringing you fantasy news today. Another week down, well, minus the Monday night game. We got the Monday crew in the building. Got my man Bogard Scott free in the building, repping the GMM Network.
Give me money.
We got IDP Iggy in the building, Mr. Game Day on our news show. What up?
What's up, guys? Glad to be back. Had last week off. We're going to be getting it today, though. We're going to be getting it.
That's a cool-ass nickname, man. Mr. Game Day is awesome. I'm a little jealous of it.
And there we go. He's on every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. My homie TD repping Fantasy Good Sports. Make sure you go follow him everywhere, especially OnlyFans, but he's keeping his clothes on.
Yes, I am, guys. What's up, bros?
Going
down. What's up? You've been hitting, man. I've been seeing those hits on the DFS too, DD. I've been seeing them.
Yeah, I didn't do good this week. A couple Pat Mahomes, he let me down this week, but it's all good. I'm still in the winning.
We won't even talk about Josh Allen. We won't even talk about it.
Right? I know.
And shout out to everyone.
Talk about the other Josh Allen, though. You know what I mean?
Yeah, we're gonna be talking about him, the IDP part. Don't forget it.
We're going to be talking about that. That's for sure. And real quick, shout out to everyone leaving some comments in the chat. Big Kong, what up? Antonio, the man, and he said only if I started Connor instead of Kirk. I know. Roger in the building, what up? My man Jarrett in the building, what up? Shout out to the Who Dat Nation. Said I picked up Miami's D and got 18. Number one streamer on the week for me. So I hope everybody watched and saw that video. Said now I'm going to pivot to Denver or the Titans, whichever one I can get off waivers. There we go.
Listen, bro, 9 turnovers in that game.
Insane.
Like total on both sides, on both teams. Like that's crazy.
Just insane. All right. Let's get into some of this news. And for everyone who leaving comments, any questions or anything like that, we're going to be handling that at the end of the show, like the last 20 minutes or so. We're going to be going over all the news and stuff right now. And we're starting off with the Cardinals. Okay, so Deandre Hopkins, he is day-to-day. AJ Green still on the COVID protocol. So we got a lot of issues over there. Now, the big one, Kyler Murray, we're going to learn more about him. He should be back this next week. Damn it. I just had it and I lost it. Hold on. But Chase Edmonds was the big one on the day.
Yep.
And damn it, I had it here. Hold on.
Ankle sprain.
Did they give the timetable yet? That's what I was looking for.
No, they haven't gave the timetable.
Ankle is always 4 weeks minimum. High ankle is always 4 weeks, unless you're Saquon, when you're just a freak. Because remember, he came back in 3 weeks off a high ankle.
Yeah, and he probably should have stayed out.
That HGH test or not. If you get hit with that one, you know you're good. If you know you're not going to get it, you can recover faster. That's the bottom line.
Okay. Hey, man, listen. All you got to do is say one name, Peyton Manning. Once they start checking for the HGH, bro, he fell all the way off.
Oh, yeah.
I don't hate him for taking it. Not at all. I mean, I think they should incentivize athletes. Be like, yeah, if you want to take it, that's cool. But if you don't take it, you get a big $1 million bonus every week or something. That would separate it right then and there.
Well, I say let them do whatever they want to do for injury. If you injured. You should be able to take steroids or whatever you need to take to get back on the field, because these guys are gladiators. You shouldn't be playing with the timetable of their career.
I always say baseball was better when everyone was on roids.
Of course.
Oh yeah.
They know
highest ratings, just that 1 year alone, just the Sammy Sosa, Mark McGwire year. We're talking about 2 players.
Come on now. I was at that game now. Come on now.
Barry Bonds, 2000.
2002. That was insane. We're talking about 3 players right there. Imagine if everyone just got to legally do it. It sucks for the pitchers, but the pitchers will be able to do it too. Roger Clemens.
It was more pitchers on it than batters.
Stuff on their hand.
Pitchers were doing it too.
Yep.
Real talk. Hey, you know what's crazy? Y'all ever been a fan of pride fighting?
I've seen it.
Yeah,
seen it.
I remember in Japan, right?
Yeah, someone in Japan. They would give everybody performance enhancement drugs.
Wow.
So you had these off the wall gladiators that go out there and be able to fight for 20 minutes. You know what I mean?
Yep.
30 minutes. And some top notch fighting. You know what I mean? This ain't no run-of-the-mill crap. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, and I mean, who is it? Ken Shamrock? He's trying to bring back the bare knuckle brawlers, like stuff. You're no gloves, no nothing. And I remember
the Kumite.
Yeah.
Oh,
the Kumite.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Hustle.
Yeah, so even Mike Tyson was talking about that, and he was like, yeah, those bare knuckle brawlers, he was like, because you can't really be hitting as hard as you really want to hit, because if you don't hit it in the right spot, like you just hit them in their temple or something, shit's probably going to break your hand.
The only thing is that, like, there's going to be way more lacerations with knuckles, you know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Like, people are getting busted open easier.
Yeah, that'd be brutal, man.
And Big BS said UFC enhanced. I'll watch.
Right?
Anything we can add to the elements, yeah, I would definitely watch.
There's a difference between being like, rich and then like, eccentric rich. Because if I was eccentric rich, I would have this organization. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you know what I mean? I would
Squid Game
on the best roids ever. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you'd be like Squid Game, Bogard.
Yeah, exactly. You know what I mean?
Hell yeah. And
420 on the East Coast, so I'll blaze it up for us. Don't worry.
Oh, let's go. I'm hitting it up right after this. All right. And so yeah, pretty much all they said for Chase Edmonds is that it doesn't look good. Doesn't look like he's gonna make it this week. So yeah, I mean, if it is the high ankle sprain, which we're getting all that news a little bit later today. Well, probably tomorrow.
I think Eno Benjamin
is
a nice pickup. I was really big on coming out of college. We're not really big, but he was just one of the guys I was paying attention to. And if I just wanted him to land somewhere decent. And then when he landed with the Cardinals and he was going to be behind Drake and Edmonds that was already there. So, I mean, this kid, he's going to be the Edmonds role. The Edmonds role is going to get, about 12 touches a game. So he might be useful. You know what I mean?
Well, I thought Moore would go up as a Moore owner. I have Edmonds in Moore, honestly, and I had him in the same lineup. But Moore's production didn't go up with Colt McCoy. I don't know if it will go up now if they'll start scheming and playing more stuff for him, maybe zoning, start him out wide, bring him in motion to the backfield some. I'm just speaking optimistically. But, I'm just something.
Right. That's going to happen. That's because Chase Anderson was that role. Now Rondale Moore will have that role, and they'll manufacture 5 or 6 targets to Rondale.
I hope, man. I hope.
I'm going to adopt your theory here. I like this theory. Let's go with that because I forgot that they have Rondale, who's like just a guy you need to just scheme. You need to scheme him. You know what I mean? Anyway, man,
real quick, I traded for Jay Robinson, Chase Edmonds, and Daniela Hunter. Man, that's a rough week for that one. I traded that at the beginning of the year, but they all 3 went down. But that's why trades are always fair. People like to bitch about trades sometimes. You don't know what's going to happen the next week. You may think somebody just took off and got a hell of a trade, and that person snaps their ankle second play, and they're done for the season. So just let.
I mean, I say famously because like there's a guy named Steven. Oh, he always pops up in the chat. He's part of the dynasty leagues we're in, and we're also in a redraft, and like I traded him. I think it was Gibbs. I mean, I got Gibson off of him, but I gave him Gainwell and Gus Edwards, right? And like literally 30 minutes later, we get the news. We're doing this show, and we get the news. Gus Edwards went down for the year. You know what I mean? And like he was just like he was so mad at me, but I'm like, damn, like, and I swear to God though. I traded off all my Gus Edwards shares that week. It was like I felt it in the air or something.
And didn't even tell your boy and didn't even tell your homie. Stuck with all these Gus Edwards shares.
No, I just did right having Gus Edwards. I was like, what am I doing with a plotter? Like, you know what I mean? Like, because I've never really get too excited about we were projecting him. You know what I mean? We're like, oh, he's no more Dobbins, he's gonna be this or that. I was like, he is what he is. Like, I was like, I need to move him to someone that believes that he's going to be like, the next coming. You know what I mean?
All right, let's talk about
we got way off subject with Chase Edmonds.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what this show's fun, though. That's what it's about. This is my crew right here.
Yeah.
Tonight, David Montgomery officially back. He's off IR. He's playing tonight. Nagy, we don't know. how much truth there is to the shit that he says, because we know he's always talking outside on the left side of his neck. But he said that Montgomery's going to be the primary back. So we're assuming that Khalil Herbert, just goes back to the backup role, which should still be a little bit. I'm going to give it to TD on this one first. If you have David Montgomery, are you playing them? And take a guess on what you think the split of work is going to be tonight.
So I'm going to go 60-40 Khalil Herbert. I say David Montgomery, he gets like first down, second down work early in the game. And as the game go through, they go more back to Khalil Herbert to keep David Montgomery fresh. He's coming off an injury. You're not just going to go out there and give him 70% of the carries. So I actually think Khalil Herbert still have value because he's really a really good player. I'm actually, if I had any David Montgomery, if I own him, I'm trading him because I don't want him unless he's getting 80% of the snaps. And he's not going to be for as long as he's in Chicago because of what Khalil's done. I'm not going to just go out and sit somebody to play David Montgomery, especially if they really good. But if I was playing a guy, like if I got Khalil Herbert, I'm still going to play him. So I got Khalil Herbert this week, and I'm still going to play him. I'm not worried about David Montgomery. Same thing I felt with CMC. Like I told a lot of people, I'm not starting. I'm going to consider CMC as an IR guy. I'm not going to say play him because he came off the IR on a Sunday. So I'm not going to say, oh yeah, go play him, guys. He's ready. No. So that's just how I feel about it.
Hold up real quick. We got some exciting news to talk about that just came in. It was official. So we'll make our takes kind of short on this. Go ahead, Bogard.
Listen, I'm the complete opposite. I'm okay with playing them. I'm more worried about the matchup. You know what I mean? And I'm going to also use your same argument of how you said Khalil Herbert did enough that you think he's like going to, they're going to look. David Montgomery's done enough the last couple years. They're not going to be like, okay, Khalil Herbert, your last 4 weeks it means that David Montgomery's taking the back seat. Like that's not going to happen.
Go ahead, Iggy.
Look at this.
I was just going to say, you probably don't. He's probably on your bench already because it's Monday night, unless you handcuffed him with Herbert. I happen to do have that situation. I just answer the question like this: in my DFS lineup, I still put Herbert in. So, that's how I feel. I feel like he's still going to get more receptions. But don't get me wrong, it's mandatory Montgomery. So if you have him and you were kind of banking on him maybe playing Monday night and you got him, just playing with confidence. But I think Herbert's going to outshine.
Yeah. Okay, some news. It is official as a referee's whistle. Odell Beckham Jr. has been waived by the Browns.
Yep.
Bogart, where's he going to end up? You think someone is going to officially claim him off of waivers, or do you think he's going to clear waivers?
This is like twofold, right? So it's got to be a team that has money first, and that money is going to be, I think, $7-point-something million. So like almost $8 million. And so do you think? So first, you got to ask yourself: is somebody going to pay, upwards of $8 million for the rest of this year to bring in OBJ? Who, remember, the way it works is whoever picks him up off a waiver, you're not picking up his contract either. His contract is waived, so you're picking up and paying the rest of his salary for the year, which is $7 million, right? Then,
probably closer to $8 million, right?
A little bit closer to 8. But then once you get out of this year, he's a free agent. So he's in a win-win situation because more than likely nobody's going to want to pay $8 million for an OBJ diva. You know what I mean? Who hasn't even been doing he hasn't produced in a long time. So he's probably going to clear waivers and he's going to get to choose where he wants to go. And he's probably going to be Buffalo or the Rams, or and then in that instance too, that now Cleveland, they gotta pay. They're gonna have to own, like, they're gonna save $3 million. They're gonna have to pay like 4 point something. So OBJ gets to double dip, and he gets $4 million from the Browns if he gets up out of there.
Before you jump in, Iggy, Antonio, he said, ain't the Browns paying, and they can pay the minimum like Bell last year. So 2 scenarios are going to happen here. He's going to get claimed off of waivers. Literally, just think of it like fantasy. Like if you claim him off of waivers because you have the highest priority, you have to pay that bill is what it is for the rest of the year. Mm-hmm. If he clears waivers, that means, everybody, like just all the waivers go by. Now he's just a free agent. Then that means the Browns are paying him. And then he can literally sign for the league minimum, like wherever. And I'm assuming that's what he wants it to be, just like Bogard said, because you get paid from the Browns. You still get to stick it to them. You're going to get paid from someone else. You're getting 2 checks coming in, and you have more control of where you want to go. It's not just whatever team claims you got to go there. He's got a choice in the matter.
He's pulling the Kyle Van Noy. Kyle Van Noy got cut. The Dolphins still had to pay him 10 M's for this year. Then he goes and he signs a veteran minimum
with the Patriots.
Yeah, he has a house there. It's just convenient for him at this point in time, right? And he got to make $10 million, and then gets his little $900,000 or whatever it is for the year.
Yeah, probably with incentives for a sack. I was just gonna say I don't think he does clear waivers. I talk about the Raiders quite a bit on the podcast today. Somehow I watch a lot of Raiders film, and let me tell you. Carr made a living just with Ruggs when they needed it. It would go to Renfro, but then they would just chunk it deep. Oh, he's Ruggs is down there. Somebody, he's even, he's leaving, man. And then Ruggs would catch it. And, that might be something they can get with Odell. Odell is a better route runner, but he can still blow the top off an offense or a defense, I think. So I think it'd be really smart for the Raiders to pick him up. The Raiders are definitely in playoff contention. But Renfro loses value. Waller loses value. Jacobs loses value. They got to get somebody to hold the, Adderley, Simmons. Matthew comes down in the box more, but there's good safeties in the AFC West, and they're going to have to get a wide receiver that can garner some respect. That's what I think.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't know what their money situation is, but Ruggs' contract has to be voided because that was detrimental, and it's not like I don't think they're going to have to pay that on this year's salary. So I would think some money just cleared,
I mean,
probably not much. I mean, he's on his rookie contract though. Go ahead, TD. What's your thoughts on?
I love what you're saying, Iggy, about that. But the thing is, the Raiders don't need that right now. Of what's all the stuff that's going on. They just cut Arnett. Did you hear about that?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah, and so they don't need that, and that's the only reason why. And I'm gonna be a little bit biased here, but y'all tell me what you think. And I think Hustle know what I'm about to say, and probably Bogard too. What the hell is Kansas City doing? I've been saying this for years. The reason why they lost, they probably still would have lost that Super Bowl, but Mecole Hardman is not a number 2 receiver. He's a number 4 receiver gadget player. That's all he is a gadget player. If they could get Odell Beckham to take out some of that pressure for Travis Kelce and Tyreek, I think this offense gets going. They need some in-rhythm pass routes instead of Pat Mahomes running around. Who can do that? Odell Beckham is a great route runner. So I believe Odell would take off a lot of pressure from Andy Reid and Pat and make this offense flow again. That's the team that I see him being with. Other than that, who else really needs them? Green Bay? Because I'm trying to get from teams that's going to win the Super Bowl. He made a comment. He said that if you sorry and you pick me up off waivers, you know what it is. I'm going to act. He said that. So that's why I think he does clear waivers because none of the low teams are going to take him.
OBJ said that?
Yes, he said that. Did y'all hear that?
I respect him for that right there. He earned a little itty bitty of Bogard's respect. He said, if you're sorry and you pick me up, you know I'm finna act a fool. I like that a lot. That's at least because he's at the point in his career, he don't want to bullshit no one, right?
No, he ain't. No.
He don't want people to shit on him.
He won a playoff game? I guess last year, yeah. But
what?
Yeah, he wasn't on the team though, was he? He was injured, wasn't he?
I'm going with New England. New England been in the OBJ conversation whenever he was, with New York. They always wanted to trade for him. Then he got traded to the Browns because it's usually getting the players getting sent, opposite conferences 9 times out of 10. And then it was hard for New England being in the same conference as the Browns to get him up off the Browns. And New England, I'm pretty sure they're somewhere in the middle of the waivers. You know what I mean? Because they're not like the best team in the league at all. You know what I mean? So, and then outside of that, I think Seattle but I'm just not sure about Seattle's money situation. I do know New England got a couple dollars. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I like all of our choices. They all make sense. I just really don't think he clears the waivers because, that gives a lot of teams negotiating powers, but somebody's going to want him. I mean, after tonight, we're halfway through the season, man. We still got halfway to go for the regular season, you know? So.
No, but that's what I'm saying is I think they claim him off the waivers. I think New England gets, they're going to put the claim in and it's going to fall to them. You know what I mean?
I just don't think nobody want Odell acting up in their locker room. So a lot of people going to run from that, and only a strong quarterback room is going to take him. Somebody like Aaron Rodgers, Pat Mahomes that can say, excuse my language, shut the hell up, OBJ. I'm going to come to you when you open. Let's go. Right. Because it takes that sometimes. You got to, a lot of times Troy Aikman used to tell Mike Irvin, say, Michael, I got this, chill. And It wasn't no hard feelings because that's a big personality. I never got onto OBJ for being who he is. I just want you to perform and catch balls. So I think he needs a veteran quarterback to excel his talent, kind of like T.O. needed that. T.O. when he played with sorry quarterbacks, he used to destroy him. He sucked. He questioned his sexuality and everything, right? Yeah. So I think he needs a strong quarterback.
Hey, I can't stop laughing right now because I just remember he used to talk so much shit about Donovan Mcnabb, man. McNabb wasn't even bad, bro. It was just like he wasn't getting him the ball. So.
Yep.
Well, Garcia too, like you were saying, bro. Yeah. He laid it in on Garcia, boy. Woo.
Yeah, he questioned his sexuality. I mean, that's that's rough.
And you know what was funny is he had like an odd bromance with Romo though. He'd be like, "Show me the dimple." There's the dimple. You know what I mean?
They should have won. That's the best. The Cowboys team don't really appreciate how great that team was. And to take it kind of back to that era, Colt McCoy scoring a touchdown and AP scoring a touchdown felt like I was back in high school or something watching OU versus UT or some bullshit, man. It was crazy.
And you know what's funny is we were just talking about this the other day, like how old some of these players are. Like we were talking about AP. Like when you think about AP, you could go back 10 years.
Yeah.
You think about his college, that's like 15 years ago.
Yep.
Yeah, wasn't 2000? Was it 2007 that he was a rookie? So shit, 15 years.
Yeah, 15 years, and it's like, damn, but he's only my age. You know what I mean? It's just in football years. It's almost like worse than dog years, right? They're like, you know what I mean?
The special ones, just the special. Yeah, just the special ones, man. Just that's what makes him so great.
Antonio said, "How upset would he be if Houston put in a claim on him?"
Damn. Hey, you know what? It's just like, look. Do you have a list of the waivers? Can we look this up? Like, isn't it
just reverse order?
I think it's just reverse order of the standings.
Yeah, I know that, but I'm
let me check. I'm just pulling into Google. Let's see.
Yeah, because I'm curious. Because let's play this game. Where let's just do a quick little workshop and see how many teams he would be mad to go to. You know what I mean? And I think Seattle is one of those ones up there that are because they're one of the teams that aren't that great. But like that's a good situation to land in if I'm him. You know what I mean?
Okay, so this came out November 5th, but it was literally like this is on CBS Sports, and they're talking about like waiver priority for Odell Beckham Jr. So this is last week, not this week. So it probably changed a little bit. I'm sure not that much though. So we got Detroit Lions. Sure, you'd be pissed about that. Miami Dolphins are number 2.
I mean, yeah. I mean, I guess too bad Juice ain't there no more, huh?
Yeah. Houston is number 3. So there we go. They're right up there. And then Jacksonville's number 4. The Jets are number 5. Giants are number 6. Washington is 7. Philly is 8. Seattle is 9. Bears are 10. Falcons are 11. 49ers are 12. Man, they've fallen. Vikings, Colts, Patriots right in the middle, Broncos, Browns, Chiefs, Panthers, Chargers, Steelers, Bengals, Saints, Bucks, Bills, Raiders, Cowboys, Packers, Ravens, Rams, Titans, Cardinals.
Raiders are back there then, huh? Raiders are back there. Titans? I don't know.
You know, the Titans, like, okay, that's kind of interesting because
Seattle is so far down there too. That just blows my mind.
Yeah, man, you ain't lying. Okay, I still think I think the Seattle and my New England calls are in play here. Seattle's sitting over there at 9.
DK ain't going for that shit, Bogard.
No, but here's the thing. It's not about DK. It's Pete Carroll. Like, I know you're the guy that likes Pete Carroll here. You know my thoughts on Pete Carroll.
I do.
But I maybe if it was a high-end running back, because then Pete Carroll, we need that money.
Yes. DK is taller. It's all they can't get enough targets themselves. So I just don't think OBJ will be good. I think he would be upset after 2 or 3 games of DK and Tyler Lockett getting peppered. So I just think he needs to go somewhere where he can get 7 to 8 good targets a game.
So now I don't know if this is bullshit. You know, it's probably just some clickbait. But I know but JC Money Design, he said talks of Russ advocating to bring Odell in, and then who else just said it right here? Nick Von Bev, what up, bro? He said OBJ might go to the Hawks, mentioned 6 hours ago. So there's just a lot of buzz around the Seahawks right now, just in general, and OBJ.
Let's look at the Seahawks historically, and we could go New England in this conversation too. Is that like they have took a chance on a veteran receiver, like a high-profile veteran receiver, and both these teams did it for Josh Gordon. You know what I mean? And that's someone you had to monitor to a degree, right? Like this wasn't just a guy you could just not keep your eyes on, right? Because he had other issues. OBJ is kind of one of those guys that needs TLC too. So I think they'd be, whether it was Seattle or even New England, those are the guys that could handle a diva. You know what I mean? When do you ever really hear? The only time we ever heard DK speak up for real and show his little diva side was when Shannon Sharp got on him. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's true.
Like, because otherwise, you know, they keep it pure football. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And speaking of the Seahawks, maybe we'll hear some more news about OBJ a little bit later. And Big Kong said, I didn't know old dirty bastard was signing with the Hawks because Nick said ODB.
That's what I call him, ODB.
Yeah.
That's what they first started calling him before they started saying OBJ.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, but here's the thing, though. It's not analytically correct. He knows his father. You know what I mean? Maybe the dirty part is accurate. You know what I mean? Because we all know what he likes to do in his spare time. You know? But yeah, the bastard part. I mean, we all know his dad's alive and well. His dad likes to speak up. You know what I mean?
While we're on the Seahawks still, we could talk about Wilson, officially designated to return off IR and get back to practice. He's been cleared to practice.
Yes, sir.
Doesn't mean he's going to come back and play. I mean, he's still got, I don't know if they removed the pin from his finger already or not, but, you know.
No, they did.
They did.
He did the classic Russell Wilson corny shit. He said they removed the pin, time to win.
Leave him alone, Bogard. Leave that man alone.
I laughed out loud when I read that.
He's just like the mixed version of Phillip Rivers is what it is. Like he's got dad jokes for days.
They're both Wolfpack guys, right? They went to the same college, right?
Yes.
Yeah. That's good.
Way down the road from me, guys. I'm from North Carolina.
That's right. Did you see somebody hit on the Carolina parlay for North Carolina to beat Wake Forest and South Carolina to beat whoever they were playing?
No, I ain't even see it.
That's
cleaned up.
I guess they were both not. I was like, wow.
Okay.
And David, what up, bro? We didn't discuss AB yet. That was one of the topics on there, so we'll just get on it right now. So AB still in the boot. Ron Gronkowski not out there at all in the little, you know, I don't even know what it is on a Monday. Not even a walkthrough, but their light practice or whatever.
You know what? This is the team they have a full panoramic view of the big picture.
Yep.
These guys are going to come into play when they need them. When the year gets older.
Yep.
When the season gets older, I should say.
Yep.
So what that means for fantasy, we're screwed. We just tuck them in at the end of our bench, and hopefully you can stash them versus dropping them, because Yeah, there's no way that they're even worried about the regular season. Like this is going to be like LeBron, playing on the Cavs and all that shit where they're just thinking about the playoffs and the stretch run. So I'd try to move either one of them if I could, because they're probably going to be a headache and a half for the next couple weeks.
Oh man, don't listen, bro. Check your DMs, bro. I sent you an offer with AB in it.
There we go. Boom.
Hustler will never trade me.
No, me and Bogey, we're just not going to see eye to eye on the price. All right, some small news. We heard about this last week that it was potentially going to happen, but Desean Jackson signing with the Raiders. So, not saying they can't still go get OBJ, but now there's someone else who they just signed, a new deep threat.
They're like we definitely need someone who's like going to be a locker room disruption.
There you go. That's why I feel like they wanted OBJ, but they was like, nah, I go ahead and sign Desean Jackson and let him play about 8-9 snaps a game to go deep. Because listen, and go back to your point, Ig, I forgot this. When the Ruggs pick, I agree with it. Everybody said they should have got Jerry Jeudy, but they didn't need a route runner like Jerry Jeudy. They needed somebody to help their car stretch the field. That way he could hit Waller and Hunter Renfrow underneath.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, exactly. They had a plan.
Everybody knows Derek Carr's ADOT is like less than 6 yards. So all you got to do is crowd the line of scrimmage. But if you got someone who can take the top off, then that shakes everything loose. You know what I mean?
And for everyone who doesn't know what ADOT means, average depth of target.
The AFC West is loud, bro. Division this year, man.
Chargers and Raiders at the top right now, and
Broncos. Everybody slept on the Broncos, and they just went in there and smacked the Cowboys. That was good for the Cowboys.
They didn't smack us, bro. We didn't care. Listen, it just came down to a couple plays. We couldn't score. They stopped us on 4th and goal, which was great, and that changed the whole game. If we go and score, kick a field goal there, then it's a 1-possession game in the fourth quarter.
Bruh, that CeeDee Lamb wide open for the tug, and Dak just misses him. I was like, that would have won me a match too. Like, maybe selfishly, I'm really upset about it because, like, as a Niner, I laugh when bad things happen to the Cowboys or to the Raiders because it's just funny to me, right? You know what I mean? I even laugh at that happening to my Niners. It's fucking hilarious. It's like 2 years. We're still in 2020. You know what I mean?
And you already know Second Take Extra knows what he's talking about. And he said Denver crushed the Cowboys. I said what I said. Cowboys were down 30-0. Embarrassing.
Okay. Hey, Second Take, that's my homie. Second Take, make sure you keep that energy the whole season. I want to keep that same energy.
Hey, he keeps it up.
He does.
He's
That's
very
my homie,
consistent
man.
with that shit.
Yeah, he's the man. He's always in here. I know he's always in your live streams. He's always supporting. So we appreciate you coming through.
Yes,
as
sir.
always.
Shout out to Second Take.
Yeah, and Sir Bong's a lot in the building. What up, bro? It's almost that time. You already know. And Antonio shouting out Stu. So Stu heard us talking about the Cowboys, and of course, he popped in. He said this hospital Wi-Fi is trash. I have to turn it off so I can access the lives. And he said, what up, Huss, Bogey, TD, and Iggy, and then throwing all the hustler emojis in there.
Yeah,
Sir.
man.
What's up, Steve?
Sir.
Shout out to D2 Stu. I looks like I'm about to take that big old L in his league this week.
And you know what it is for the Cowboys? I've been saying it. When Stu wasn't doing so good, the Cowboys were stepping it up for him. So the Cowboys really just shit in the bed, yesterday. Like Stu's getting better. Like that's what it is. His recovery is going so good that the Cowboys they don't have to dominate for him anymore, is what it is.
Hey,
So y'all understood. Y'all know our quarterback missed a week, so he's gonna be a little bit rusty in the game. Listen. I've seen a lot worse games from my Cowboys. We look good. It was just a couple of downs.
I want to argue that one time. You said he missed a week and he didn't play good. He missed a whole ass season.
2 weeks.
Thank
You
you.
know what I mean? And he came back and dominated again. I think, you know what it is? I think he really hurt. And I think, you know what else is hurt? Is his mentality right now. When he's playing hurt, I think he's scared. Because it's the same leg. It's just, you know what I mean? I think he's scared. There's a lot more pressure now. They're good. They're not just good. Their record shows it too now. You know what I'm saying? That's every Cowboy fan. Oh, my team's good. It's a Super Bowl team. I'll tell you, your record didn't show it. Now the record shows it. So now
Second Take Extra says, "Here we go, TD with the excuses."
Yep, it's called. Listen, man, I'm breaking the game down. I'm breaking the game down, bro.
I need to watch the film on the Cowboys. I didn't watch much of that game. So
yeah, go watch it, Iggy, and tell me what you think. The only thing that they dominated us was with the run game. That's why they won that game. But other than that, we looked great, man. We just couldn't score. We didn't. We, you know, we go forward on 4th and goal.
Too, man.
Yeah.
He was going to be good, man. I mean, the Cowboys, the defense, they're good, but they still allow people to push the ball down the field. Dak just did off, you know.
Yep.
They just weren't really giving up the big plays, is what it was. And Trayvon Diggs was bailing them out, you know, with all those INTs because he was coming out of nowhere, and maybe teams are treating him a little different. Let's hear it.
Are you ready?
They're still going to crush the NFC East. The Cowboys still going to crush the NFC East.
Oh, that's without a doubt, Ig. But
they could lose their next 6 games and they'll still be in front of the NFC.
Don't put that on me, Ricky Bobby. We ain't losing no next 6 games.
Hey, listen, I want to say something because there's a lot of hype on Trayvon Diggs, right? He's very good too, but there's a lot of hype. There was even some crazy Cowboy fans calling him new prime. I thought that was just disrespectful to a degree. But you know what? You know what Trayvon Diggs is? He's new Marcus
Peters.
Thank you.
Yeah. That's how he play. Yeah. He's not a lot. He's not Darrell Reeves or Deon.
He's very reckless. He'll jump every route possible. He's trying to get every ball. So he's going to give up big plays as many times as he's going to maybe more than he'll ever make the big play. But I mean,
you don't really get remembered for the bad play unless your team like really, really sucks. Like you get remembered for those big time interceptions. Like they last a lot longer than a blown coverage touchdown. That's for sure.
I don't know. Everybody was giving my guy Kevin King a bad time, and he was like 15th on the cornerback list for PFF. I don't necessarily care too much about the rankings, but I watched all of that game, and I can tell you he did excellent, man. You got to fit everybody in the role, man. Football is such a fit, dynamic sport. Like if you play the same position, doesn't mean you play it the same well. Doesn't mean you have the same way. Doesn't mean you have the same strength as another cornerback. And he had like 8 tackles, man. My God, love it. Like in the Packers game.
Like, listen, Kevin King was making plays all day. He even had the one of the almost big plays, right, where he dropped it. You know what I mean? Like that. I didn't know he had the 8 tackles to go along with his because he had a big day. Yeah.
He had the cornerback hands on
Kevin King. Anytime I have a receiver starting up against Kevin King, I'm like, start him. You know what I mean? I'm never afraid.
All right, let's switch it up here. Let's get into some Jaguars talk. We don't talk about them too much because we don't need to. But Trevor Lawrence is expected to play. So he got I don't know if you guys saw that, but man, he got his ankle like trampled by his own offensive lineman. And it was like right after he just threw the ball. So it's like his foot wasn't flat. It was still like up a little bit, like he was on the ball of his foot. That looked bad. It was nasty. But he's expected to play.
I saw that.
He's expected to play. So if you got him in a super flex league or whatever, I wouldn't worry about it. The big news is they're already coming out saying that they're expecting James Robinson to play this week. So that is good for anyone who rosters James Robinson.
Hustler.
Hey, I want to say something again about one thing I learned about Trevor Lawrence is the kid got moxie, bro. I know he was always been good. But to come back out, like he went to the locker room. I was like, oh, done. He came back out, bro. Like that kid got it.
That's probably why they won the game, bro. People don't know those type of things is what encourage your team when you show toughness. That's why I always like Michael Irvin over like Jerry Rice. Not saying he was more talented, but toughness. That your team feed off of that. So I agree with you 100%, Bogard.
Jerry Rice is finesse. Everything's clean. Everything's nice. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah. And then Michael Irvin's the guy he's doing chow mein all night, partying and shit. And then he goes and play, and then he brings that same energy to you feel me? Hey, because you know winning is a party. You know what I mean? Yeah. When you win, you party. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And
both of those combined, and he just got hurt, man. That's the sad part.
Yep.
Yeah.
And Stu, he said that TD, you're going to enjoy being on Mark Holmes / the Jobu Sports Report with me when I get out of here. You, Huss, Bogey, Justin, and but you more since we them boys.
Yes,
yeah, because every time people come on, it's always non-Cowboy fans. So now you come in, it's going to even the playing field a little bit more.
Hey, every time I go on there, I wear my my shirt that has the catch on it.
It's not all bad. Right?
It was like I think it was like the second time I was on there. I kept pointing it out. They're like, yeah, and then Mark goes, "Yeah, we see your shirt." I was like, I mean, this wasn't accidental, you know. And I wanted to let them know that.
Hey, Iggy, let me ask you: was that a catch, real quick? Because I know you're a Packers fan.
When I was watching that live, I was watching that game live. I was like, "Oh, that's a catch. I ain't worried about it. There's way too much time for Aaron Rodgers, man. He's about to just go down and just score again." But I'll say it was a catch, but I don't think that means that the Cowboys would have won. I think Aaron Rodgers.
I agree with that. I'll take that.
You know what makes me mad is that, like, you guys went on to lose in overtime that time, right? And obviously I hate the Seahawks, and it kind of makes me more mad now in hindsight for Romo, because I would have loved Romo. Romo, they already beat the Seahawks earlier in that year.
Yeah, we ran it down their throat. Yes.
I remember we actually smacked y'all up in the season opener. We capped through like 4 touchdowns on y'all. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. In Jerry's world. But anyways, my point is, like, man, because there's a story I'll never forget. This is one of the things I love Aaron Rodgers. And Aaron Rodgers is Sagittarius like myself. So, here you got Russell Wilson, who's also a Sagittarius, but he's just a weirdo. This guy, he was always about God. God this, God that, divine intervention. So when in overtime, they beat the Packers, and he's crying, right? Because he's going back to the Super Bowl now.
Yep.
They're the reigning champs. And then he's crying, and then one of them lady reporters like, "How do you feel?" And he's like, "It's divine intervention." And then they're talking to Aaron Rodgers, right? This is in the post conference.
Yeah. Aaron
Rodgers goes, he goes, I don't think, God has anything to do with our loss today. Right? He just threw the shot out there. And then, remember the Russell Wilson era, he had beat Aaron Rodgers like 3 straight times.
Yes.
They finally play again, and they finally play in Green Bay. And this was like 2016. And then they whooped up the Seahawks. And then in the post conference, Aaron Rodgers goes, today, I think God was a Packers fan.
Yeah, I remember that.
Throwing them shots, me. Get the show back on the rails.
Oh, man. That shit's funny, though. We need more of that, though.
Wilson Rodgers, hopefully we might get that again this weekend, man. That's low-key a rival, man. I feel like the Packers' rivals are the NFC West. Our rivals is not anybody within our division. It's always the NFC West, because that's who we play in the playoffs. And they dominate them in the regular season, but we shall see, man. That was, dude. We were denied a one-legged man going through the playoffs and whipping everybody's ass. Aaron Rodgers was like there's no excuse anymore. You'd be like, well, you like a one-legged man in the ass whooping contest. Well, shit, I saw Rodgers do it, but that's just the Packers like mantra. So close, like it sucks, man.
He ran for the first down hobbles in that game. That shit was awesome. And if it wasn't for like Mike, like Ha Clinton Dix going blind second, like you remember that in the it was for the 2-point conversion.
No, Julius Peppers is telling him, get down. Yeah. He's like ready to return. Julius Peppers is like, get down. That's what I credit that whole game. But I remember that play I was watching with my friend Harold, wide receiver in college, man, awesome guy. I was looking at it, I was like, is it too early to open up? I had a 40. I was like, is it too early to open up this 40, man? I was like, we're about to celebrate. He's like, nah, dude, let's open it. Boom. So we open it right then. Everything went south, bro. Nothing like everything hinges on us, but I was just like, oh yeah. So, but I'll never forget it, bro. After the game ended, I didn't say one word to him, walked out of the house, went home, and I think I went and sobbed myself to sleep, bro. I was so sad. Man.
Sounds like I've been there, man.
All right, we got a couple more pieces of news, and then we're going to get to the Q&A here before we get out of here. And David said Kyler might sit again versus the Panthers on Sunday. We're just going to wait for more news. We haven't heard anything official about Kyler. So yeah, we're just gonna wait for official stuff, but this is gonna be something we're tracking like literally all week. Same with DeAndre Hopkins, who they said is day to day. Really no news on Monday, but not for them anyways.
I want to say you got to love when they say day to day though.
Then they got a shot.
That's better than week to week. Next thing you know, they'll be like hour to hour. He's hour to hour. Like, okay, we're close. We're getting close here.
They kind of mess with us with the Murray too, just with him being in the afternoon. I was like, man, I better go ahead and put in Taysom Hill. That sucked too, but I had to do it. Glad I did it, I guess,
Oh man.
Yeah, I know in your league, Iggy, I have Russell Wilson and Aaron Rodgers. Those are the only QBs I had in a super flex, so I was screwed. I picked up Trevor Siemian before they announced him, just because Hill wasn't even available, and then I picked up PJ Walker when he was. Then he didn't play, and then Kyler Murray's not going to play, so Colt McCoy's there. Picked him up. Probably still resulted in a loss, but I did a lot of work to just get my ass kicked probably this week.
You won. You're on the 3 week.
All right. There we go.
Look at that.
Yeah.
That's how mad I am in that league. I keep losing and just keep getting my ass kicked. It's even worse.
You whooped me too, Hustler, this week in the League 6.
Oh, I know that one. I did see that one. I was gonna wait until a little later.
It ain't quite over yet. But
I know. Can't count the chickens.
Hey, that's how I feel about our game, TV. If TJ Watt goes off for me tonight, watch out now. Watch out if my defensive goes off for me, baby.
Yeah, I need Pat. I think I got Pat too. I need Pat to do something because I know I'm not sitting Pat with no TJ Watt. I'm not sitting Pat with TJ Watt because I know what he can do. He can put up 40 or 50.
Yeah, exactly, man. Let's see.
All right, let's see. Oh, so Bogart's favorite player in the world, or exact opposite, Will Fuller. He is officially not playing in Thursday's game. They made sure to announce that nice and early. And they said that Preston Williams will play on Thursday.
Hey, how about my Mac Hollins call, though? Remember, I was like, when we were talking about this last week, I was like, everyone was talking about Preston Williams. I said, man, you need to look at Mac Hollins. And then I was like, he's a DFS play. And then I put him in none of my DFS lineups.
And you would have hit big.
I called the shit though. I guess the clout. That's the clout's more. Just like the youngsters, right? That's how the youngsters think.
And MD. So any updates on Kyler? Who do I pick up? So we don't know anything about Kyler as of right now. I mean, if Colt McCoy, you're available to pick him up, go pick him up as a just in case.
If we're talking single QB, you know what I mean? Shit, even Jimmy, man. Jimmy's gonna play against the Rams. That's gonna be a competitive game. Jimmy just put up 320 and 2. But of course, he had 2 turnovers. But that's Jimmy. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure. And
like Hustler did, Simeon. I picked him up in another league. I still had a quarterback, but he put up like 18 in our format. So 18 is a lot better than 0. If that's the situation.
For sure.
I don't think this is Simeon's job. I think Taysom Hill wasn't all the way right. I think this is his job. I think he's gonna get. I think they go Simeon one more time. Simeon really needs to win it. Like Simeon needs to win the game, or they're gonna make the switch.
Oh, Simeon's got a Super Bowl ring now. Don't forget it.
and MD and J-Rob. So the only news that we know about J-Rob is they're expecting him to play on Sunday. It's still Monday. It could be coach speak. So make sure you're tapping in every single day. Monday through Friday anyways, here at 4 p.m. Eastern, 1 p.m. Pacific. And we're going to be covering him all week for sure. And nice. And Antonio. Yeah, I was going up against Stu in the WWF 1 league, and Stu is the undisputed champion right now. He has both the belts, and I went up against him. I couldn't take it easy on my man, and I had to whoop him up. And now, who's the undisputed champion?
Yes.
Stone Cold.
Yes.
Glass breaking there.
Yeah, so I got Stone Cold in that league. He's repping my squad, and we are now the undisputed champion in that one. And my team's been sucking, so it's nice to have the belts.
That's tight.
Nice.
It's awesome. All right, and then let's see. The only other news that we have right now before we get into some questions is Donovan Peoples-Jones, good to go. Got evaluated for a concussion yesterday, but cleared the protocol, and it seems like he's number 2 there to Jarvis Landry. I mean, shit, maybe 1A, 1B. They were looking for him, and I had that big
11 yards.
What?
Landry had 11 yards.
That was bad. That was a horrible game.
It was kind of funny too because they were doing shit with Landry that they would try to do with OBJ, like they gave him a carry out of the backfield. Actually, they let him run an option.
Oh,
they
yeah,
let him run an option, and he pitched it. He threw it and went negative. Maybe that wasn't a good
near the goal line. They were about to score.
And Antonio. So here's the way that it played out, because we have our characters, and when people win, the belts get passed around in this league. And so Ric Flair, he lost the belt to the Undertaker. He gave up the belt to Hulk Hogan, and Stone Cold just beat Hulk Hogan. Man, like that'd be awesome if we got to see that in real life.
Yeah.
And Stu said, "What about Ramondre Stevenson getting kicked in the head? Is he going to be okay?"
Dude, how come everybody is like so crazy on Mac Jones and nobody's talking about Stevenson just getting like rocked in the head? You know, like I just watched that. I was like, man, I mean, it's not great, but I was like, I don't think he's over there trying to just break his ankle, you know, but like nobody's even talking about poor Stevenson, dude. And then also as a Harris owner, man, it might be shallow next week. That's something to keep an eye on, you know?
Yep. So we haven't heard anything about his status as of yet, but you already know New England, they don't have to give any updates or anything until Wednesday. So the evil, what do you call him, Bogey? The evil emperor?
The evil emperor himself, the Dark Lord of the Sith, Bill Belichick.
So if you guys don't know, I got a TikTok. Go check it out. It's at FF Hustler 420. And I got a dude who chops up clips. And there was a clip chopped up last week of Bogey on the show talking about the evil emperor and OBJ, how he was going to get him. And the kids went crazy for that on TikTok. It was hilarious.
I'm telling you, bro. This is not hilarious. This is serious. He's the Dark Lord of the Sith. He pulls all the... You know what I'm saying?
All right. Before we get into all these questions, so we're going to go back a little bit, but just start leaving your questions in as of right now, and we'll get to them for the next like 20 minutes or so. We got to talk about some daily fantasy. We've been talking about this. I'm going to keep bringing it up because I keep placing in these contests, and I'm loving it. I know, Iggy, you placed in a couple contests, right, over this past week?
Oh, yeah. I got mine low-key, been doing it right here while we've been talking.
There we go. So Super Draft Pro, if you guys don't know, we're going to tell you again. Everyone here on the panel has their own link. So wherever you are, whoever you support, make sure you use their link to go get signed up. You can sign up and play for free, which I recommend if you're brand new to daily fantasy. But if you play DraftKings on a normal basis, there's a $100 subscription that you can do. $25 a week. You're getting 4 contests a day, except on like random Sundays yesterday where I got into like 10 contests. Like yesterday, I placed in like 3 of them. So I was loving it.
Tight.
I don't know so what we waiting on, Hustler? Like, have you heard any news?
So TD signed up as he signed up just to play as a player, and now he learned about the coach side of things, and now he's going to become a coach where he can refer people from his channel to go get it. And we're waiting for support to switch your account over is what it is. So if anybody out there has any interest in showing this off to your friends to potentially make some money, you know, you refer people, then you get money every time that they're signed up for a subscription, literally every single month. Think of like when you take a Lyft or an Uber and they have that little code where if you show someone and they get a ride, you get a couple bucks from that. Think about that, but think about in the fantasy world. It's fucking awesome. So all of us here are coaches and we're all players. I think all of us here have made a little bit of money on the platform already. So check out this commercial. We'll be back here in a second, and we'll see you on the other side.
In a world where hope was fading. In a world where hope was fading and isolation was growing between friends, family, and fun, and people began to yearn for a better way to earn.
Okay, we've had enough drama in recent history. It's time to reconnect, kick off the game, and play to win cash and prizes. SuperDraft Pro is the official fantasy partner of Caesars Entertainment. Yes, that's Caesars. This isn't your grandmother's bingo night. Imagine the exciting chance opportunity of Las Vegas, only bigger, in the palm of your hand. And imagine the energy of the crowd and the love of your favorite game, connecting you and literally every single person you know playing daily fantasy sports, all while getting paid. This is SuperDraft Pro, and you can stop imagining. Experience it for yourself. Simply download the SuperDraft app and sign up by creating an account. Be a player, or be a coach building teams of players with a range of membership packages that suit your level of interest. And guess what? We know, and you probably know too, that this is a multi-billion-dollar industry with roughly 60 million people playing in North America alone. So, what's new or different about the SuperDraft Pro that's actually a game changer? That's an easy answer. And I literally mean easy. The SuperDraft app is super user-friendly, so playing is easy. So when you play, your chances to win can be easier than other traditional fantasy sports games. It's also set up to level the playing field with our exclusive patent-pending games, which allow you to pick the players you like and the players you trust. This is your draft, your way. See? This really is changing how the game is played. And it's even a game changer for business, because not only can you get paid to play, you can get paid when other people play when you become a SuperDraft promoter by sharing the app. Making money doesn't have to be a grind. Turn your business based at home into your home-based playground, getting paid to play, having fun, wherever you are. Because this virtual model is high speed and low drag, SuperDraft Pro plans to eventually capture the imagination of the world by going global with a simple, proven business that never sleeps. Join the fun. Play, get paid, and tell everybody. Download the SuperDraft and Sportsbook app today. Available on iOS and Android.
SuperDraft Pro, rated F, UN.
Okay, that's enough. You're done.
Oh, yeah. And best thing about them, well, a couple good things that I like. They're legal in all 50 states. So wherever you're at, you can play. Got to be on a subscription, though, not the cash games, only the subscriptions. That's how they work around it. I like that there's not a lot of competition. Like in all my contests for tonight that I see. I mean, obviously, there's probably going to be a couple more. But in the free one, there's 305 people in it as of now. The basic one, the $20 one, there's 242. The $50 one, 197 people. And then the $100 one, there's 186. So not a lot of competition. I'm loving it. I'm loving it. Oh, yeah, and you paid out right away.
Yeah, and I'm trying to sign up. Go ahead. I'm sorry, Hustle. Go ahead.
You get paid out right away on this. TD. How long does it usually take you to get paid out with DraftKings?
It depends. If you've been playing a while and you're willing and dealing every day, you might take you a week or 2 weeks to get your money. If you get on one time and get lucky and hit for like $2,000 or $3,000, you're gonna have to wait a month. You're gonna have to put in $500 and risk it on their account. I mean, on their before you can get a payout. So they're not gonna let you just come on their website and win a couple thousand and get off. You actually have to risk a certain amount of money before you can get your payout, which is bull crap. But because they know if you wait, you're gonna play that money and hopefully you lose it back. So I like that, like with SuperDraft, you can get on and win and print your check out immediately and go cash it the same day. So that's why this is probably the best one.
Yep. Get that check printed off just right at home and then just upload it to your mobile bank.
Yeah, and to people living in legal states like myself, I legally bet pretty much every day, and there's all kinds of competitions like the big money pot, $20,000, 992 people. Go look at DraftKings. You got to compete with towns, man, like 40,000, 50,000, 100,000.
200,000.
Yeah,
The $1 million when I do it every week is 200,000 people.
Yeah, that's a city. I do the same thing, man. Because I believe in myself, but it's just limiting it down, man. And I started getting bummed out because I started losing money on DraftKings and FanDuel on my DFS while my bets were hitting. I was like, man, this is bringing me down. I've come to SuperDraft. This is my DFS model. I'll still do the DraftKings just because I got my crown rewards and stuff going. But this is where everything's switching for me. All my money's coming into this. So
And they're eventually going to have a sports book here as well. It's all going to be subscription based, so it's going to be like legal everywhere because of that. And then they're going to have online casino games as well. It's going to be a lot of dope things that are going on. So get in on the ground floor, especially as a player, but as a coach as well. If you guys want to make some money, in addition to what you got going on in life.
And I was going to say real quick, keeping it with the DF guys, how do we didn't really talk about people out tonight. Jackson's out tonight. Mac's out tonight for the Bears defense. How do we feel about Ebron's out, or Ebron, however you want to say it, depending on if you watch GMFB and stuff. And he's
I love
feel
fire.
like he's good. You do love it because the way they do it, he's a multiplier. So dig this, guys. It's just like an insight. He is worth like 3.5 for his 3.5 points per point. If you make him your captain, right?
He's giving
a little
guys.
bit away of my
That's what
you're giving away some secrets. Like one
goals.
Touchdown is 18 points plus a PPR plus the yardage. So I'm just asking, how do you guys feel? Let's just go ahead and open it up and open this discussion a little bit. I'm thinking about making my captain. How do you guys feel about him tonight?
Okay, here's one thing. Here's a little bit of a cheat code that I've noticed. A lot of these teams, when we're talking about just the one game, a lot of these teams put the kickers in. That's what is crazy, because right now you put a kicker in as the champion, he gets you a 3.45 multiplier. So that means literally every single field goal that they kick, that's damn near 10 points.
Yep.
Yeah.
You know what's crazy is there's only going to be one kicker tonight, because I think Crosby's still hurt too. So that's why I kind of like this Firemuth one, because they're probably going to go for it instead of kicking the field goal. You know what I mean?
Yeah, even a deuce gets you 6 points, or a little over actually, because you get the reception, the 2-point conversion. I don't know. I'm just letting you give me a little peek in my mind, but that's kind of how I'm feeling about it tonight.
What's Justin Fields, real quick, if you don't mind? What's Justin Fields, real quick?
Let me pull it back up, man.
Okay.
Let's see here. NFL. Oh, Mary. Let's see. I think for a captain or for a flex?
For captain.
1.8, sir. 1.8. And he's been averaging says only 5.8 per game, but I'm sure he's been getting more than that lately. I have him in my lineup to answer my question. I have him as a flex. And one of the free ones, one that you get on the subscription. I have him in one of my flex leagues tonight. So I'm competing against you guys probably, but I'm just keeping it 100,
Gotcha. Yeah.
Hey,
I have to get on the cash game myself, because I just don't have my coach mode yet, but I might get on the cash game.
Well, you should be able to get into at least the free one, or whichever level you got.
That's why it's so much different, Hustle. So the IT people started coming at me, and they was like, "We don't care nothing about who you trying to come a coach." And after we went around the whole world, they was like, "Oh, I'm so sorry. I see what you talking." Yeah, bro, I've been head account for years. A year. And so it's going to be different. I guess I'm in the old mainframe, and you haven't moved my credentials to the new stuff. So Hustler, I don't even see those free games that you see, bro. I don't get none of that. It's straight cash games all the way down.
Yep. Okay. I understand what you mean now. Yep. Well, glad I don't have to compete against you tonight. But yeah, that'd be dope if it was like me, Iggy, you, Bogard, Justin. If we were all splitting first place, whatever it was, that would be pretty fucking dope. So I'd be okay with something like that.
Yep.
Yeah.
So hell yeah. And I'm gonna do it. I'm putting in, because you get a captain and a co-captain. So the captain gets plus 50%, co-captain gets plus 25%. I'm just putting both kickers in as those spots. Mm-hmm. So I'm giving up a little bit of sauce right now. It's all right though. But so one field goal, he kicks one field goal, that's 3 points, but he's getting times 0.45 for the multiplier. So damn near 10 points every time you get a field goal. And then the other kicker, Santos. So that was Boswell. Santos as the what's it called? The co-captain, 2.9 multiplier. So still 9 points damn near every time they kick a field goal.
What does Vegas have this game at?
Let me go see.
Let me pull it up. I got you.
Yeah, Iggy. That's your department.
Yeah, because I'm wondering if
see here.
Vegas is usually on par. And if they has a field goal game, because I'm telling you,
40. That's right. It's super low. It's a super low tease line, but I went back and looked at Pittsburgh scoring. I don't think they have more than 28 points all year, or at least not in the past 5 weeks. And then Chicago.
And here's the thing. So it is a field goal game script, but the thing is Mason Crosby's hurt right now. You know what I mean?
They said he's going to play, though.
Boswell. And he said he practiced in full Friday. But they said his concussion. I thought he got rocked and like messed up his knee. If I remember that game correctly.
Oh, word! You know? I thought it was a leg. I thought it was a leg injury.
Yeah, I thought it was a leg too. But they said it was a concussion that he's been practicing in full. I went and checked it right after you said it. Because you know why? Because there was no props on the kicker for Pittsburgh. When I was looking at the tackle props, I was like, why is there only one kicker prop? So,
okay, so he is going to play this game.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I'm not putting my neck out that far. I just said he practiced in full Friday.
Okay, I mean they don't even have him down as questionable. Like that's the thing. Like he's not even questionable for the game. Like he's playing.
Yeah.
And so here's my lineup so far. I need one player. I'm kind of like I have no idea who I'm gonna go with the last one, but I got Boswell, Santos, Najee.
That's his name. I kept saying Mason Crosby.
Yeah. And so I got Harris, Freiermuth, and Herbert going because Herbert's a 1.75 multiplier.
I love that. That's what exactly I would have had all those 3 guys in. I might not put the kickers in, but like you saying, you've been playing. I haven't played in a while, so that might be the sauce. But I probably would go. I love Iggy's, what he's saying with the Freiermuth, and I might do Freiermuth and Herbert as my 2 guys.
Who's the deep play? Who's the deep DFS play this week?
It's
it's gotta be Pat. That's it, man.
Is it Marquise Goodwin? Is he on the Bears?
He's at 2.55. No lie, looking at him right now.
Yeah.
Marquise Goodwin time. No, but you know what though is I don't think the big plays are going to develop down the field because that pass rush is coming. You know what I mean? And the Chicago's line is so bad. But I will say, maybe Komet like is he like the flex the wild flex play that no one's looking at?
So Komet, I mean, I'm sure no one's looking at him.
2.15. I mean, here's what it comes down to me. Is it going to be Claypool or is it going to be Johnson? Who's going to be making the bigger plays for them, you know?
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, because I was just thinking too, is like Justin Fields, he only throws the ball like 18 times in 25, maybe 22. How many times has he been throwing the ball? Not a lot, that's for sure.
Yeah, and you know what?
His rushing yards have gone up the past 3 weeks too. I mean, he had over 100 last week. You know, the game was kind of over before it began. But I think what it did is it gave him a lot more confidence to be able to run out there. You know, because TJ Watt's going to be bringing pressure. Cameron Hayward's going to be bringing pressure. Highsmith is going to be bringing pressure.
So he's going to be. You run at those guys. You run at them. I'm not running away from TJ Watt. I'm running at him because if you run away from him, he going to chase you down with speed and you know. So I'm running at him. I think Khalil Herbert actually has a chance to change his game, and that's what I would do if I'm playing against the Pittsburgh Steelers. If you can run against Tampa Bay Buccaneers, you can run against the Pittsburgh Steelers, and I would run Khalil Herbert and give a little bit of David Montgomery.
True.
So I could pick David Montgomery. He's a 1.5 multiplier. I could pick Fields, who's a 1.2 multiplier as well. But yeah, I'm definitely not picking any receiving options for them. What do you guys think? Because I'm almost torn on the David Montgomery and Fields.
What's Allen Robinson multiplier?
Allen Robinson is a 1.7.
So look, his game is coming. We all know that. We don't know what game it is. That's why we dropped him. But his game is coming.
Weeks though, is it gonna? You know,
I can't do that. I can't do that. I'm not gonna do it.
That's how you win, though, hustler. You can't. You got to do something a little different.
I know, but I can't bank on Allen Robinson. He is unbankable right now.
I agree. I agree.
Hold on, y'all didn't answer Johnson Claypool either.
Oh yeah, I mean for the contrarian, it's Claypool, but for the real play is Johnson. He's just the guy.
Yeah, he's a 1.3 multiplier.
Yeah, I mean, because I'm saying like to diversify, I might look at Claypool, but I'm also not going to bank on that. Claypool's he's like an Allen Robinson for real.
Yeah, it's all about who. I mean, it's always about who's going to get the touchdown. Like who gets the touchdown tonight?
James Washington.
Yeah,
he's a
Let me ask you, TD. I got A-Rob at 1.7, like they said, or Herbert at 1.75. That's my last flex on a big money pot.
Yeah, I like that. I love Allen Robinson. See, if you score, you don't got a lot of people playing him, so that you're gonna get all of that plus the multiplier. So, like I know with DraftKings, I have to look how many people are playing that player because I kind of like to go contrarian a little bit, like in the flex, and that way, if a guy hits, he might only score 10 points, but nobody else played him, so that's gonna help my lineup. So I don't know. I have to go with y'all guys. I haven't played it yet. It's been a while since I played it.
Yeah, I'm loving these contests though. That's for sure.
Yeah, let's see. Yeah, me too.
And let's see. So who do we got in here? What up? James said, what up from Florida? I had Tannehill and the Rams defense yesterday. They basically canceled themselves out. Didn't really gain much ground on my opponents. Thoughts?
I mean, it's just
you shouldn't have played the Rams defense and Tannehill.
Wait, he had the Rams and Tannehill, right?
Yeah, you can't cross yourself like that.
It's only the one game anyway, so you know what I mean. At least Tannehill threw the touchdown, and it wasn't like the running. I mean, the Adrian Peterson one hurt him because he got, but his defense taking a hit, right? But at least when Tannehill throws a touchdown, you get it. I mean, it's sometimes it's things you got to deal with, and this is why I stream defenses. That guy who has the Rams defense, he's drafted him and he's been using them.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yes.
Nice. Yeah, because when I'm streaming, I'm not going to stream the defense against my QB. You know what I mean? I'm just that's how you avoid that. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Pretty easy.
All right. And then making a surprise guest appearance right at the end. Make sure he gets in the smoke session. My man JC Money Design.
I like big boots and I can't lie. You other brothers can't deny. I want a girl walks around thing in your face, you get sprung.
Figured I'd come in for 4:20 Central Time.
Yeah, there you go. Time to smoke.
Yeah, this new Super Draft Pro is dope.
Yeah.
Damn, AD pissed me off last night. Stole McNichols' touchdown.
Yeah. And James, to answer your question, really, I mean, it's really only this game. You know, I mean, if you're still going to use the Rams and Tannehill, they're not playing each other, anymore. And it could have easily worked out the other way. But, just shit happens. This week was kind of one of those messed up weeks. Dog, Colts or Ravens defense next week. So let's see. Colts play. Hold on, let me get that pulled up.
Colts play
Jaguars.
Colts play the Jaguars. Oh yeah. And Ravens
Thursday night though. Woo. Thursday night.
Ravens.
I mean, the Ravens just put
The Ravens got who?
Ravens got the Dolphins on Thursday night.
Nice.
Dolphins. That's right.
I'm going Colts here for sure. Against the Jags.
I'm going Colts too.
I'm gonna
at home.
Who are the Ravens playing on Thursday?
Dolphins, and they're on the road.
I'll probably go to Dolphins because I actually who throws?
No. It's the Colts or the Ravens. That's the options.
No. I probably what I meant by the Dolphins, I'll probably pick on the Dolphins more, but you know what I mean? Because the Dolphins make a lot of mistakes. Like when it's Tua, it's not going to be Tua though.
It's gonna be Jacoby.
Yeah. So we'll go Colts. It just sucks because the ball's not going to be flying around for much. I mean, you need like sacks and shit. So, that's how I base it on. You know what I mean?
It's going to be an ugly game. That one is going to be ugly. Not excited to watch that Thursday game. All right, Ward Willis, what up? Said Connor is a beast.
Man, what you talking about? Lamar's going to win another MVP. That's going to be exciting to watch, bro.
We'll see.
Lamar in about 12 best balls. He's been doing. He's great.
And Ward said, Connor's a beast. Have him, started him in both my leagues. Well, there you go. So you got to be happy as shit on a Monday. Hell yeah. Killed it. I
started him and I still got beat.
Ooh, that's rough. I started him against Bogard and killing it.
He's also a zero
bring it up
guy too. He's also a 0 RB target, a guy that I
talked about
all year.
Hell yeah.
Gainwell hit this week too, a guy we both been on. I was feeling pretty shameful last week, but he came back for us this week. So
yeah, he did. I don't know what that backfield is going to be, man. They playing musical chairs. I don't like it.
It's going to be
don't like it
ugly.
either.
That's what it's going to be.
Mm-hmm.
And what up, Anthony? What up, Math Quest? He said, is James Conner a top 12 running back while Chase Edmonds misses time?
All day.
I mean, they're going up against the Panthers next week. So, I mean, this is just going to be it's just going to be rough. I mean, they got the Seahawks after that, so the schedule is definitely, you know, lightening up, and then
the organization
then they got their bye after that.
The Cardinals organization has been smart with their players, not let when they're injured, they're not playing them. And one thing about James Conner is he has an injury history, so they know they'll be able to tell if his workload's too much. I don't think he's going to come out. Okay, I don't think he's going to be an 80. What is it, like an 80% snap guy? You know what I mean?
But
He's definitely not.
But the reason why that I like Connor, and I had to go against a guy that's a Pittsburgh Steelers, and he's like, why Connor didn't do it for us? This is the reason. Connor, in this type of offense, he's never going to be game planned against because you can't. It's too many weapons on the outside, too many manufactured targets on the outside. So that's why I was on Connor. I wasn't on Connor because I thought he was going to get 300 carries and he was going to boom out. It was because they're going to focus on Kyler Murray, focus on D-Hop, and even when those guys are not in the game, the offense is still spread. So he's just hitting lanes and running and going through them. So I feel like as long as they don't ask now, because with Eno Benjamin, I loved it. If Eno Benjamin hadn't played good and all you had was Connor, then I was like, nah, he might not be a top 12 back. But Eno Benjamin coming in, getting a role like Chase Edmonds, and then just playing Connor in the green zone, I think he's going to still be a high touchdown upside running back.
And especially for everyone who game planned for the Steelers and who game planned for Le'Veon Bell, like the last 2 years before that, it's like, oh shit, like now they're just so confident because like, oh, we don't got to face Le'Veon Bell. We got to face a 2.0, like, I mean, yeah, I think that had to be for sure a reason. And, but so I'm going to say he's going to be, I would say for sure he's going to be an RB2. While Chase Edmonds is out of there, top 24. But I'm going to say it's going to be matchup dependent, on him being a top 12 because, I mean, him doing what he did, 3 touchdowns, like that shit's not going to happen all the time. They do got a dope offense, but when Kyler's in there, Kyler likes to run it in too.
Yeah.
But he has been getting the tutties, and those come in years. Tutties come in years. Guys get a lot of tutties certain years because the lineman's good. They got a rhythm. They're healthy.
Yeah.
So I think you can still count on him.
They got that new center. They picked him up. He's playing out of his mind. So yeah, I like this team.
And their whole team's just confident right now. You already know, like, I mean, man, kicking ass and then going in and winning without Kyler and D-Hop. Like, can you imagine everybody's confidence right now in there? Like, crazy. Nice. Antonio said, just did my lineup with the Friar as my captain. I like it. It's going to be a big multiplier right there.
Putting Jesse James is mine.
Ooh, the road dog, Jesse James.
Wow.
Okay.
I like that.
Revenge.
What is it?
Yeah, even better. He's like a 4 times multiplier in the captain, 4 point something.
I mean, that was like Greg Swaim, like Iggy. We talked about it yesterday. Like he, one catch because of his crazy ass 4.5 multiplier ended up getting a touchdown. I mean, that's one guy getting 1 touchdown that counts as 4.5 touchdowns.
Yep.
Not even gonna
1 yard.
I looked at him 3 times.
1 yard.
One touchdown. And that guy won the big. He won the $4,000 on that pot. I sent it right to it because I was doing well. I still won money. But I didn't win that 4 racks like I was trying to get. But we're gonna get it.
See, I looked at him a couple times. I actually was like going through the list, and I kept going back to him. I'm like, this would be a good play, but I'm like, it's a waste. There's no way. But now when you were talking about kickers earlier, I'm like, this is kind of a strategy. I'm going to start looking back at a couple games and seeing how well this connections with the tight end versus like certain teams. And if they're low and
defensive game.
Yes. So I'm saying if they're still ranked like that, there's an opportunity. Yeah. I mean, with Hustler and I, we're in the elite tier. So we have 5 games to play with. So I mean, at that point, why not just put one of the really nice ones so that are going to maybe hit. And if you hit, you're the top player. Play that one on the big one. There's always the other one that's just a little bit less money. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I was telling him earlier before you got on. He couldn't do it, but I said, "What about Allen Robinson?" He's like, "I can't do that."
I got more lineups. Maybe I'll do the Allen Robinson and the free one. But
he's going right now. Come on, TD. Here we go, going live. Boop.
I got you. Yeah, I'm gonna be hitting you up if he go off. I'm like, hey, don't forget about your boy.
No,
I'll break y'all.
And they just got back to me in the group text, and that one of the guys is on it right now. Not the guy in the group text, but they got someone like in the back end who's working on getting things switched over.
Okay. Hopefully, you think he's not gonna get it done before game plan, right? Before game plan.
I'm not sure. I'm gonna keep bugging him like usual.
Because he also messing up with my coaching stuff. You know, I need to be getting this stuff out.
I know.
He have me go down on the totem pole, man.
I'm saying.
Yeah, and Stu actually, Stu just signed up to be a coach right now, so Stu's on the squad too.
I was trying to remind him again earlier. I'm like, dude, did you get on that shit yet? I was like,
he's on it. Stu, you set your lineups, bro. Go log in. I sent you the app. You already know your login. Go get those free lineups in, bro.
Hell yeah, Stu. Way to get on there, buddy.
Yep.
And Gold-Blooded Chief, he said, thanks, Fantasy Hustler. Got me the win. Still in first place in my league. Let's get it. Let's get those Hustler championships.
Man, TD knocked me off first in my league, man. I'm upset, man. I'm upset. I got a new rival. I'm ready for this dynasty league now.
Yes, I got it.
I want Fantasy League.
All right. This will be, or actually, okay. We'll come back to that second take extra. We'll make that our last question. But yeah, we got Roger in here. 2 QB league. Got Brady, Carr, Mahomes. Is it time to drop Mahomes? No. Really easy. I need better running backs. I have Miss and Carter. Any running backs I can get for him. I mean, if you really want, yeah, you're not. I mean, I guess 2 QB league, like, yeah, Mahomes is going to be that guy. I don't care. I'll sync with the ship on him versus Carr.
Exactly.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, TD, tell him to 0 running backs right now. I mean, just you can list off 3 or 4 right now. They're probably available.
Yeah. So you got Carter. Then you got Eno Benjamin. Eno Benjamin is a great waiver wire pickup this week.
There we go.
Look at Naeem
Ty
Hines.
Johnson, even run for the Joe Johnson if you can.
Yep.
Boom. Kenny Gainwell. I mean, he was dropped in a grip of leagues after he put up that 0, so he might still be there in your league.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Even Naeem Hines, man. People don't like, you know what I mean? Like that. Like Naeem Hines is just like these people don't look at him.
Yeah. Anything happen to Jonathan Taylor, Naeem Hines is going to be a great play. Not for maybe rest of the season, but just for that week. Depends on how long Jonathan Taylor's out.
Even all day, or McNichols too for Tennessee.
Yep.
I mean, you know, so the man slept on him. He might have just slipped through. I mean, 8 points, 10 points is better than 0, like I always say.
Exactly.
That's for sure. And Anthony MathQuest, he says Mike Williams, a boom bust flex once again. 4 games with at least 22 fantasy points, and then 4 games with fewer than 8 fantasy points. Even Tyler Lockett thinks that's inconsistent. Yeah, it's one of those things to where when you're that, I mean, he's on everyone's radar at that point. Like, I'm not even talking about fantasy wise. I'm just talking about like defenses radar. And if they just keep having him do the same, just run the 9, you know, just the straight go route, that's pretty easy to defend against. You know, you just throw a safety over top, super easy to take him out of games. So yeah, I'm going to say it's matchup dependent as of right now for sure. Flex play.
I think you might need to go ahead and try to trade him for a little bit. Maybe you might have to get pennies on a dollar, but his knee is injured and he's not going to be the same. Now, what he can have is green zone touchdowns because he's like a guy like a Devontae Adams. When they get in the green zone, they're going to look to throw him the fade if it's one-on-one on the outside. But he has a knee injury. He's not going to be getting 13, 14 targets anymore because of the knee injury. So I would try to go ahead and move on. He's a flex play now.
Hey, we were you know what's crazy? Were we bamboozled by Mike Williams? Because now we're at a full half year. We're at a halfway point, right? And like, so we literally have it's a coin flip, basically. There it is. That's all it is with Mike Williams. It's a coin flip. Is it a good week or a bad week? Because that's what we've seen so far. Literally, right down the middle. 4 good games, 4 bad.
I feel like there's a lot of players like that this year. It sucks.
Defenses.
You know what, though? I don't. Here's my thing. I'm always gonna roll out Mike Williams, bro.
That's what I keep telling you. I mean, you have to. I mean,
connected to Herbert.
Like, flex, I mean, it's upsets too.
You know what I mean? Like, I think it was a matchup thing too. You know what I mean? I mean that he had Darius Slay all on him. You know what I mean? Like Mike Williams is gonna draw the best coverage. You know what I mean?
But he's hurt too, Bogard. Like, I think in the beginning, like, he didn't matter. Go ahead.
That was the first time I heard that he was hurt when the announcer said it.
Yeah, I have heard it, but I didn't think it was that bad. But I should have knew. I was like, they're not going to really talk a lot about it because they don't want defense to pick up on it. But he got knee tendonitis, and knee tendonitis is worse than an ACL. If you tear your ACL, you'd be better off tearing your ACL, and then they reconstruct it. But knee tendonitis won't go anywhere. It's probably a career thing.
Okay, so I might gotta like pull back my Mike Williams must start shit like a lot then. Because I'm like, Mike Williams is somebody you just roll out there and you pray for the big one. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so second take extra. Last question for the day. Thanks for everyone for hanging out. Appreciate you guys getting those questions in.
Yes, sir.
And he wants a score prediction, so we're gonna kind of round robin it and give our predictions on the score. We'll let you start, TD.
I'm gonna say 21-17. 24-17. And I'm gonna go with the Steelers. And on the last minute, he sacked TJ Watt sacked Justin Fields on the scramble. 24-17.
IDP, I like it.
That's a lot. That's a lot of points. I'm gonna go 17 to like 9. We're doing that. 17-9.
Ooh, damn near all field goals is what it sounds like over there.
Listen, Hustle, speaking in existence.
There it is.
Go ahead,
I'm taking the Steelers.
I think it's be more than that. It'll be like to 21 Steelers, and it'll be like 9. I don't think that
defense
maybe even 10. I think maybe it'll be like 21-10 because they'll probably score once and get a field goal. The Bears. They'll get they'll score once and get a field goal.
TD, you said 24-17?
Mm-hmm.
The bookie said 40 points, so that pretty much be exactly what they're predicting as well. I'm going to go something similar to that as well. I think I'm going to go 24-20. And last second touchdown drive by Big Ben. Everybody talking crap. It'll be Najee Harris. I mean, I'm not going to BS it, but I think that's the final score. I just think Justin Fields is going to make a big play by scrambling. He's going to be scrambling a lot. So 24-20, I'm saying the over, I guess, for this game because the line's at 40.
I'm taking the under on 41. Let's go.
Yeah, I said 21-10.
So I think it's going just a tick over the over. So I think it's going to be 23-19. Okay, one touchdown. Well, 2 touchdowns for the Steelers, and then 3 field goals for them to get them to 23. And then we're gonna have 4 field goals for the Bears, and then 1 touchdown for the Bears, bringing them to 19 points there to lose.
I like it. I like it.
As long as Pat gets one, I'm good.
So we're getting real specific, and the over-under is 40. So, I mean, I don't think anyone thinks this is going to be a blowout. It's probably going to be real ugly. We'll be smoking a lot during this game. You guys already know. All right, we're getting up.
Hey, guys, y'all complaining about not playing fantasy? Y'all know the rules. I can't do what y'all do on the lives, man, because my state don't allow it. So y'all guys still should consider yourself very lucky.
One day, TD, we got to get you making a bunch of money with this Super Draft Pro, and then just get you moved out to Cali or something.
You know it.
Get the green screen with the Hollywood backdrop, bro, and just smoke. Cali, you know what I mean?
There you go. So let's get up out of here. TD, why don't you tell everybody where to find you at?
Guys, go to any social media platform and type in Fantasy Good Sports. No spaces in between. Fantasy Good Sports. And guys, go to my OnlyFans and get this personable content and cutting edge content. And listen, I'm not taking off my clothes. I'm providing fantasy football content, guys. So go to my OnlyFans and support me, guys. Right now, I'm not monetized on YouTube, but if you want to show support, it's only $10 a month on OnlyFans, guys, and you're locked in for life. As my channel grows, it's going to be more, guys. So if you want to be locked in for life for $10 a month and getting most of 90% of your questions answered before Sunday, This is your guy. Check out the cutting edge content, Fantasy Good Sports.
Iggy, shout it out.
Hey, what's up? Yeah, on fantasy or on a social media, it's IDP Iggy, but the website's iggy'sfantasyandbetting.com. 5 days a week of podcasts uploaded every day right there. You can subscribe to the Patreon. I talk about what you want to do with your betting. Like I said last week, I sent them. They sent me the checks for $2,000 on just some bets they wanted to do on vacation. Paid for their vacation. Whatever you want to do, man. You want to have fun and just make some bets? Cool. You want to try to pay some bills? Cool. Let me know. Just sign up on the Patreon. We'll get you personalized, set up. And then if you want to just find me on Facebook, like I said, Twitter, anything like TikTok, we're all there, man. It's IDP Iggy, Iggy's Fantasy and Betting. Glad to be a part of the show as well on game days, baby. Game day Iggy.
Yeah, and shout out to Steven. Made it right at the end, bro. What up, bro? We'll be back for a Q&A here in like an hour or so, maybe an hour and a half. All right, Bogard, remind everybody where to find you at.
Yes, the earth is my turf. The whole universe give me money. And you can find me at the GMM Network. And I need all kind of Monday night miracles. Like I'm actually this whole time I was looking at my joint like, okay, what am I gotta take somebody out to put David Montgomery in because I left the flex open with James Washington everywhere in case he wasn't finna play. Because I said Matt Nagy's crazy. He is gonna play him. You know what I mean? And now I need him. So I need a Monday night miracle. I need 30 points from Montgomery. Let's go.
Mandatory.
Mandatory. I like it. It's Mando.
And then JC Money, tell everybody where to find you at if they need any graphics work or anything, logos for their business, anything like that.
Just hit me up on Twitter at JC Money Design. Or, you can find me. I'm on the Facebook page, the Gurus page. So you can find me there. Just Justin Chase there. So otherwise, I gotta get the IG page up for all my art and stuff. Because I really haven't posted any of that anywhere. So anything you see for YouTube videos, that all the artwork I do, all Hustler's YouTube thumbnails and any logos he needs, I do all that. And I've done a couple logos around the industry, so you can find me anywhere.
Oh yeah, let's get it. All right. And you guys already know where to find me. If you're not on YouTube right now, just hop over there. Fantasy Football Hustler. Type it in. You'll see it. I'm the only one there. I'll pop up at the top. Go get subscribed on YouTube so you get entered into the Darius Leonard signed jersey giveaway. We got a Q&A coming up later today. I know tomorrow on, I forget the exact channel. Bogart's going to have to tell me, but I know we got like a mid-season award show. And I'm really happy that I got an award up there, Player Hater of the Year. It is going to be really awesome. Bogard, do you know what channel that's on? Is he?
My bad. I was feeding my little man. It's on the Blitz with Blake channel. He has the link set up. I'll drop it in this chat in a little bit.
Cool. All right. So we're getting up out of here. We'll see you a little later.
Hustling Iggy, can y'all send me y'all Patreons?
Yeah,
Iggy, I need to do business with you, man, because I thought when I went to Vegas, I set up a thing with one of their like bookies, and now I'm back in North Carolina, it won't work. I guess my location won't let me do it. So I know I had already said I needed to do that with you. So send it to me. I'm gonna sign up to you with Patreon. That way I can put some bets to you. And Hustler, I'm just gonna sign up on your Patreon. I'm just gonna show support, man, and whatever, because you show support to my channel.
Appreciate you. All right, we're getting up out of here. We'll see you guys later. And all of our Patreon links are in the description on YouTube and everything. Okay. And Axelcution, he's always got to throw it in. Eggy.
Eggy, for you, bro. Come on.
And last thing, for Iggy, Sea Dog said, do you like the Bears to cover the -7?
I said 24-20, so yeah, I can't backtrack now. Yeah, I feel good about it. Justin Fields gonna make a big play.
Yep.
Boom. You know what? I am dogging him out because I have it 17-9, but this kid is in prime time. It really does do something to the kid. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Well, we're gonna see it.
Hell yeah. All right. We're out of here. We'll see you tomorrow, 4 p.m. Eastern, 1 p.m. Pacific. Peace out.
Be lucky.